Still too slow? Maybe. Yeah, just a touch too slow still. Hello there, everyone. All right. I don't think I've actually sorted it so that the music kicks in straight away still because I have not been at my PC all day. All right, so let's get that up and rolling. Here we go. There we go. All right. You know the drill by now. Get our dailies done. And then, yeah, just waiting for GAC. Slicer bundle returns. Cool, cool, cool. Episode track, we get our bonus reward for the first time. 1100, that's cool. Looking at the episode currency there, I'm kind of happy about it. Kadebug with the first. Hello there, Kadebug. How you doing? Okay, we got some boost shots. Delete that. Oh, bummer. If I didn't claim that, that means I didn't get my chest at the end. Oops. Okay, so 400 for that. Is that... That's the Bo-Katan mission. Yeah, that is, because Sam's just got Bo-Katan. Okay. Let's see, how we're looking for this. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I didn't claim personals here. Alright, well, we'll take them as well. Oh yeah, I did a Night System mission, so I got that for the first time. Hey! 15 shards of Raver. That was way below par for reasons that I'm angry about. 400 there, and 240 for Kyber 2. Alright. Just before I kick off with everything else, let's just see what's going on with DB today. Spider-Man pointing at himself. I'm going to say, we've it's just a fun thing when you've got two accounts in the same guild. You do get a bit of that. Actually, I will hold my hands up for this. I posted something in chat yesterday, and it was essentially like I was saying, we got to go left, we got to go left. And then I realised, hang on, I don't mean left, right. And I was just so tempted to go on my other account and just say, what an idiot. But I thought, all right, that's just really very like having schizophrenia or something. So I thought, nah, I'm just going. I'll just let everyone realise I'm an idiot on their own. Oh man, TP's been an absolute mess this time. For some reason, someone decided to hit the first star on Coruscant. So we didn't have enough time to get the third because we were just... even if we had time, we wouldn't have done it because these two were already starred. So we were just kind of at that point where it's like, go, 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 let's see how much we can get. And thankfully, we did get 2 stars. But yesterday, someone decided, right, I'm going to get a star here, even though we always try and have 2, maybe even 3 days so people can do a Raver. I mean, you look at that, 7 attempts missed is bad, but it's just a case of people didn't have the time to do it. Yeah, we are really under this time. I mean, are we preloading here? No, we're not. Well, I can't imagine we're preloading because the zone's open and we've got a star. Yeah, this is still locked off, no star, so... Yeah, normally we try and get 3 here. So yeah, bit of a mess. Safe to say the names have been taken who preloaded. Or ignore the preload, I should say. Okay, well, that's come out. I mean, I mentioned this the other day. I'm as the only one who would be intriguing to me there because I haven't got him built, but... Okay, granted, that's also my main account. Here it wouldn't be a case, but... The only one I'm missing here, oddly enough, is... Hang on, is that OG Mando? Okay, so fair enough, I haven't got OG Mando at Rallic yet, but... Kara as well, but... Yeah... It's free to play, so it's inconsequential anyway, but it's interesting having a look, I guess. Alright, let's start the farming. Won't mind, I haven't really been on Swaggo today, bar doing my fleet climb. So my energy's a little out of whack. Usually try and make sure I've not overflown by this time of day. Okay. I have to remember who I'm working on. Crosshair. Not Crosshair. Crosshair's I hope probably 2 weeks' time, but Hunter, that's the one. I'll be really glad when Hunter's done. I mean, he's only, what, 26 yards away, but it's just stopped me from working on Raver, working on, well, pretty much anything that's on my top row right now. So, yeah, sooner that's done, the better. Time to put Penny Crosshair goes on Cantina just to disrupt that further. That's not bad. I mean, 7 shards from 10 sims. I mean, yeah, 7 from 15's worse, but I mean, I'll take it still. And then Umiga. Fugitive. In Rika. We can't go anywhere without Rika. Come on. Yay, we got the 4-star. I know on both my accounts I couldn't afford to even open a gamble pack for Raka, so I'm starting from scratch on him. It does feel a bit bad. Especially compared to Crosshair, who managed to get to 4-star pretty comfortably on both. Ooh. Alright, I've just seen a little bit of skin on my thumb. I'm like, okay, you're going to irritate me now. Okay, what have we got here? 5 of these. I don't mind that. Can we get 15? Cool. I ask, it gives. That's what we like. I don't want to use Grand Arena currency on this. Especially when 7 sims can get done. They're done, so what are we? Med pack. Okay, 15. Hopefully I can get that done the next day or so. And then, I really dislike it when they do that. We're not asking for 1, we're asking for 2. Just seen that Kedabug. I've already got 30 shards of the Disguised Clone from the event. Wow, you've had good RNG. I feel like, I mean, my big issue with the event has been, and it's not going to show me because the event's gone away. Yeah. I'm only able to do tier 1, so I've only been getting 1 of the drops. That's what's irritating me. I feel like I just need to get a bit lucky, get Apo, sorry, not Apo, the other one. DX2 up to 5-star so I could actually push on a bit. Yeah, I've just felt really hamstrung the 2 times we've had it this week. Yeah, that's what I'm after. What mods are we on? I'm sure I went through a few units yesterday. Like I just had a bit of a spurt of going through them. Like Rekka was what I was working on, but I think I finished him. Oh, we didn't. Cool. Okay, not ideal. I've got no mats for rerolls anyway. Okay. So after that, it was Padme's Triangle. Okay, that lines up. Hey, straight hit. Anything worth hitting there? Not really. Oi, stop bloody doxing me. Alright, Sith Darth Talon. Seriously, I'm gonna have to look on Google why that keeps happening. Once or twice, it's like, okay, but pretty much every time I'm streaming at the moment, it decides to pop up. I feel like everyone's going to have my name and address in a couple of weeks. All right, so cross potency and yes, speed was the last one. And again, I can't calibrate because I haven't got the mats. Oh, I'm saying that. No, I am. Never mind. All right, Dukester cross. All right, at least I can use some energy now. I've just realized I didn't use my normal energy. All right, what's this? Hey, we did get a roll. 21's a bit low, but we can live with it. Next up is zombie. Zombie square, okay. Hey, I'm happy for a change of pace. All right, we get speed. All right, we ain't finishing this now. Still, that's a nice place to leave it. I mean, that felt like I was having to just read, so I'm glad that that little bit's over. Oh, apparently we've got a hotfix inbound. Hotfix inbound for 1:45-ish. 1:45-ish PM. EST is that to UK time? Oh, PT, not EST. Not helping myself though. Okay, so just before Grand Arena starts. Oh, it's... Right. Damn. Let me sort that out. Thanks for telling me, T-Max. I've got no idea why it's doing that. Well, I know why it's doing it, but I don't know why it isn't undoing that. I think that is right. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. I did actually think it was quiet, but I was like... I could see Kata both doing the Spider-Man thing, but I thought he was actually just doing a point about Tammin and Crimson. And then with the consecutive streams thing, I was like, oh, it must be all alright. Yeah, appreciate you telling me that, T-Max. If that ever happens on Twitch, folks, just go to my YouTube and tell me on there, because I will see it. Unless I've forgotten to stream to Twitch, then... Sorry, forgot to stream to YouTube, then... Discord? Yeah, at that point, I'm probably asking you to do a lot of errands for me. Yeah, I wouldn't blame anyone saying get your stuff together by that point. Alright. Let's see, what can I farm now? Really just Karatat, but... Who's my favourite right now? Let's go for Appo. From the pirate tag. Oh, by the way, Elsie. Honestly, I was thinking about the green guy from Mando Season 3. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. We did see him yesterday on screen. But I wouldn't be too surprised if they don't just lean into Skeleton Crew. You know, obviously we're getting SM33. So Jod to me seems like the natural one to go with SM33. But do they go for some of the crew that were with Jod, like at the start? Here we go. Can I get my history from yesterday? Here we go. Silvo's Pirates. That dude. Let's have a look. Brutus. I could definitely believe Brutus being in there. And I wouldn't be surprised if this dude doesn't come in as well. We're going to say anything on here that's worth going umming and ahhing about. And say I'd be surprised. What's his name? Vane. Oh, he's just called Vane, is he? Alright. I remember he was in Mando Season 3, and then he came back in Skeleton Crew, so I do believe he could be one, because if you've been in 2 shows, it's like, okay, you're obviously dipping in and out a bit. But yeah, I could believe Brutus, I could believe this guy. It's where I'm in 2 minds, right? Because as much as I think the pirate tag could be interesting, we've got 4 already, if you count an SM33. I kind of wish they would do fewer pirates and then add ships in. So, like, for argument's sake, do Jod as, like, the leader, do Brutus as the tank, and then give Brutus a ship, give SM33 and Jod a ship, and then see if Nest and Dana can have a ship from somewhere. You know, I would like that, you know, give them a fleet versus just try and make a faction that we don't really need. But I'm sure that isn't the way they're going. I think it all comes down to Hondo if you're asking that question. I mean, to me, Hondo is a pirate. Like, when he came in the game, he had, what was it, Scoundrel and Smuggler tags? And, yeah, you could have called him a Scoundrel. Scoundrel's not, like, a bad tag for him. I think there might have been an occasion where he did some smuggling, maybe in Rebels, if I'm remembering right. But I certainly won't call him a smuggler. But, I mean, I wouldn't even call him a mercenary. I think they're being very generous giving him the mercenary tag. So, for me, pirate is the tag for him. And I think that's just it, essentially. Pirates are the ones that would plunder. You know, they would try and steal from whoever they could. Whereas you wouldn't really apply that to these 3 or the bounty hunter tag. So I do think thematically there's a difference. I think there's more of a difference than, say, there was with the mercenary tag. Like, kind of get it with Baylan. Baylan, Shin, Marek. I mean, obviously, Marek's an Inquisitor as well, but I feel like Baylan and Shin did need some form of separate tag for themselves, so mercenary makes sense. But yeah, even then it's like, the rest of these I'm like, I wouldn't really call Han a mercenary. I wouldn't think of Hunter and Wrecker, even though they're called mercenaries. So yeah, it's like, I've got more time for pirates than I did this, let's say that. P-Max, the new Conquest feats don't look too terrible. A couple are a bit grindy, but I plan on skipping them. Like the 20 spectacle battles for 5 cards. Yeah, that one seems an easy skip. I did get my my General Syndulla up to Rally 1, I think it was the other day. And I'm thinking, alright, if I had to, I could maybe try and squeeze it with Hera, Sabine, Huyang. They're all at gear 12. Ezra's Relic 7. So I could do something. But the 5 tickets, I really would be mad if I had to do it. Brad, hello there. How you doing? Let's have a quick drink while we got a second. Oh, I said have a quick drink. Don't spill a quick drink. I said a quick drink. I think I did have a massive gulp then. Usually a sign when I am a bit dehydrated. Okay, I think. Okay, cheers. Yeah, cheers. We've got time to do some TB, haven't we? Yeah, the mid's not. Hang on, are we actually locked mid? Lock. I've only just seen this. that guy who did that yesterday, I could cut his nuts off. And I'm not usually that vindictive, but preloading, or ignoring the preload on that zone is just so irritating. You need to finish 2 tunes for your JKL farm. That's probably not too bad. I mean, I bet they're not the worst characters to get built up in time. Oh. I mean, I'm on my free-to-play, but I will just gander at that. I don't need them, but it's like... Yeah, for $12.99, you could argue that's pretty decent. I mean, I actually like that as well. Yeah, for $24.99, that isn't actually the worst thing. I mean, I know some people might say I'd rather the Zetas or even the Gerda keypads. For me, it's always going to be Car Attack, at least until I can definitively say I'm done with Car Attack. But yeah, some cool stuff in here. I probably would go for them, actually. Carbonite circuit builds are always a pain. I do like to keep the customizer bundle. I think it is an interesting thing. You know, a lot of the time there can be that feeling of, oh, there's nothing here for me. So the idea that you can say, right, I want XYZ, great. You gotta get Hoth Solo and Hoda R3, then both at Gear 12 right now, so then you're moving into a JML farm. Very natural switch, that. I mean, I think on my on this account, on my free-to-play, I did JKL first, but then afterwards, I waited about a year until I got JML. And it wasn't because, like, I didn't want JML, it was more just a case of I was moving on to other farms, and I kind of just was close to the JKL rack, so I thought I'll get it done. But by all means, going JML or even Jabba from JKL is so worth it. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them for persisting with it. I think at some point there will be a really good deal in that. I mean, you look at the Lightspeed bundles that have come out, and I'm thinking, it's not that they're bad. I mean, objectively, they're not as good as the first ones that came out, but I look and I think to myself, there's no benefit for me now because it's usually just 1 or 2 characters, and the price is very high for them. At least relative to, like, say, the whole bundle that is on offer. It's the very odd position they've put themselves in, because in principle they're very good. You know, if you're a new player, I'd definitely be saying still it's worth lapping them up. But yeah, still not as good for me now. I pointed out I'm a Gundai earlier on, and as much as I would like to get that bundle, I just can't justify the price for one character who I'm never going to use. Now, if it was the same price as the Cup bundle, it would be a different story. Exactly. I mean, that is the thing as well. You're not completely right, I'm not the target. I mean, there are plenty of people who come in and they're like, alright, how do I get this character? How do I get that character? So, it's for them. I always remember someone coming into my chat and they were saying, I'm a big Boba Fett fan, I love the Book of Boba Fett. And they were saying, how can I get this character? You know, how much money have I got to pay to get it? And I was like, honestly, you just can't get it straight out of the gate. You've got to wait till you're full million, and then you've got to go the long journey through proving grounds. And I've never seen them since, but I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't put them off the game. It did take me by surprise, but I mean, I didn't mind it. I think it got a lot more hate than it warranted, but certainly not everyone's favourite series, is it? I've said it before, I'm very easily placated with TV and movies. I have got, like, problems with some, but I'm not, like, someone who, like, gets really angry over them. That sounds about right. I mean, the weird one for me, it's like I'm looking at is it the Aiden one? And I'm thinking that could be kind of cool, but I don't even use Aiden anymore. Well, very rarely. Yeah, I mean, I think that was the interesting thing about it, that there was someone who obviously did have a passion for it. I mean, everyone's got their own flavour. I mean, I like Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, I like the character and I enjoyed the show. You know, I'm not saying it was the best thing that Disney have put out or anything ridiculous, but, you know, I got my kick out of it. But I know a lot of people didn't. You know, it's each their own, isn't it? You know, a bit like how Marvel have, like, long contracts for actors? For me, I would do that with Ewan McGregor. I'd be like, all right, we're going to find projects for you, but we're just going to keep bringing you into them. And I don't mean that fan service either. We're going to actually create stories for you to do. That's the way I'd be thinking about it. Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, Vader, I feel like... I'm sure I heard something the other day, whether it was April Fool's or not. That wouldn't be the other day at this point. About Aiden Christensen was thinking that they might do a Vader series. And I'm like, come on, the films were the Vader series. But I wouldn't be against him popping up in more things. You know, seeing different aspects of Vader's time, it is an interesting kind of era to explore. And I definitely want to see more of Kenobi. I think Kenobi's show, I actually felt for it a little bit because, unless I'm mistaken, it was filmed entirely during COVID. So I do think there were certain restrictions that they had. Plus, they used the volume when I don't think they were fully on board with it. So I would love, like, that character to get a Andor treatment of sorts, where they're able to do what they want with the character almost. Whereas I think the show was almost restricted a little. And if they've heard what the fandom think, then hopefully they'll change minds on it. Yeah, exactly. I think with Vader, it's more just a case of it's nice to see snippets. You know, you don't necessarily need a full story on him, but a bit like the Kenobi series, it's not bad just getting little glimpses. I actually thought we saw more of him than we probably needed in the show, but it was fine what we got. It didn't, like, ruin anything. That was my biggest fear about Obi-Wan Kenobi series going into it, thinking, oh, they're going to wreck Vader. But no, they did alright. Okay, can we get you out? Lovely. I know, I'm a little bit confused at that. I mean, I don't blame them if they fix something, but it would be nice to tell us what they're doing. Even if it's just something under the hood is broke, we need to get it fixed. You know, you don't need to tell us about boring code stuff, just a little clarify doesn't hurt, does it? Saying that, I always vie on that side of information. If, like, someone puts a statement out about something, I always think, give as much as you can. You know, I always dislike when it's like, oh yeah, we're going to just say as little as we can and keep it vague. It's like the other game I play, Marvel Snap. They've done an update this week. It's like a really big update. And when the update went live, they introduced some new cards with it. And I wasn't a fan of that because they didn't advertise that they were going to be releasing new cards with the update. So if you like planning around this kind of stuff, it was really off-putting. And I did say to, like, in the Discord server, I was like, was this like just, well, actually I said, what was the thought process behind not telling us? And they were saying we wanted it to be a surprise. And I'm like, yeah, but that could actually be a bad surprise. You know, if you hadn't got the resources required to get these cards, you've been caught short. Yeah. But I always think, say more and don't regret it. I'm trying to think, are we talking about... Oh, yeah, I'm actually trying to think what we're talking about with fixing Grievous. Was this after his second rework? Like when... Because he was able to beat Jedi Knight... Oh, that was it. That was it. I remember. The first rework, he wasn't able to beat Jedi Knight Revan, was he? And then they reworked it again, and then he was fixed. I remember now. Oh, no, sorry. We're actually talking about Dathomir. Right, now I'm with it. Now I'm with it. Yeah, that was a bit of a screw up, and like I say, at least they made amends for that. You know, they didn't just say, all right, our bad. They did give us the event back multiple times. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Feels like a while since it happened. One, 2, 3, 4. GMY, Jolie. Quite a few good options there. Maybe a tank, Mace. Still depends what you're facing. I mean, Jolie's handy if you think you might die. You know, revives are always nice. But if you don't think you'll die, then a tank could be good just to take a few hits. Throw a mace in it then if you can. Mace does work nice with Raven. Ooh, that was the wrong special. I don't like using this team on these nodes, but I feel better with it than I do using like JML. I feel like with JML, I'm just one turn away from everything going wrong. Yeah, that was not right. And we're on 22. Right, get back into Oturu. Oh, do that. I've got into a habit of using that with Cam, trying to get the Makashi form. Alrighty then. Honestly, what a prick. Just send them. I feel like I need a Galactic Republic Reviver in this team. No such thing exists, but that's what I feel I need. Where I can't help but wonder if I should have gone for JML and just thrown Jolie in. probably be alright down there. I mean, less teams down there, so you're going to have more for offense. I haven't actually heard anyone mention it in terms of what it's capable of doing, but if it's not good on defense, I imagine it'd be quite handy on offense, because I can't remember who was talking about it, but the idea was floated that if you were to use Chopper with Kanan, then if you taunt only with Chopper, you can potentially have an unkillable tank. So it did sound pretty cool. Right, think go for that. Yeah, like I say, it's probably something on offense only, because I think defense just wouldn't handle it well, but again, when I heard it, I was like, okay, you know. If suddenly CG decided we're going to splurge and give you like 10k episode currency for no real reason, I might have been tempted to get it. Probably not. I probably would have just hoarded it, because I don't think I would have used it, but still, it would have been a nice question mark. Yeah, I know there's been a few people saying even if you don't want them for the team, the focus data prawns can have that effect of just being really good stat sticks. I am inclined to agree. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I haven't actually seen anyone trying Phoenix Raver yet, or recently, but I imagine there's still legs in it. I think the issue for a long time has been that Rex keeps getting pulled away. I mean, I love the fact that it's so versatile, but equally there's this point when you're like, come on, can you actually go back to Phoenix? Like, that was kind of what he was meant to be doing. I almost want him to remove the Rebel Fighter tag from him just so that he's not as flexible, but again, I know that's been a party pooper. Right. Feels like my PC's a bit sluggish at the moment. Okay, so we're going to load up my main, get Temin on the board, and then try and get my dailies done. We'll do GAC. Maybe if I wrap up quick, we'll do Temin's 2B, because why not? It's where I do laugh a little bit. The raid was up this afternoon. I think you've just seen it, and you go and see my scores again. And it's like, I wouldn't have done the raid today how it's been, but I would love it if it lined up on Fridays like that, because if I have the time, I wouldn't mind just warming up my stream by doing that. It always seems to be when I don't want it at the moment. I'm sure it'll shift at some point. Come on. Oh, okay. EA Publisher Sale. Huge selection of games, huge savings up to 85%. Free to play, sorry, I've got to just look at that. Free to play. Right, okay, so it's essentially you get a little sample of it. Okay. That just seems a teensy-weensy bit misleading. Honestly, that does seem a good idea. I mean, we just let it run and launch automatically. but it has had that effect on us lately that we've been having it launching on Tuesday. And it just means, I say Tuesday, it's been going backwards, so it's like Wednesday, Tuesday, probably be Monday next. And it's just coming around too quick. I mean, it's good in a way, it means we're getting the rewards in fast, but it's a little bit frustrating. That's the thing, you'd be wasting tickets as well. I mean, ever since they did the changes, 600's become a lot easier. Alright, just for clarity, it's 9:45 at my time, and if my dog is barking past 10 o'clock, I will get a rollicking from the neighbours. So yeah, I think I better get her in. BRB, folks. Hello again. I've just said, I don't know what causes her to bark sometimes. Like, she was just inside. It's as if she was going, I'm bored. I'm going to bark. I spend too much time trying to get in the head of my cat and dog. A couple of years down the line, you'll probably just see me woofing and meowing and think, oh, that's what happened to him, is it? You've got Emperor Palpatine Kron that has 177% armor penetration. Is that good? By my recollection, no, because he deals special damage. I think. Might need to double check that. Yeah, special damage. So on Palpatine, it's not good, but the rest of the characters in the Starkiller team. Let me just get this right in my head. Mara's physical, Starkiller himself is physical. And I assume you use Old Ben, maybe Visas. I think they're both physical. So it's only Palpatine who doesn't actually benefit from it. So yeah, for Palpatine himself, no. For the rest of the Starkiller team, yes. It's worth it in that sense, you know. Just before I carry on, I've got to post a question on Discord. So they're doing that again. The $9.99 Hyperdrive bundle. I mean, that's alright, isn't it? For anyone who's just starting out. Tenner, and it gets you all of what it offers. Maybe that was the auto fix. Maybe they meant to include it in one of the recent releases and forgot. I mean, I said this yesterday. The idea of getting Maul and giving him a few relics, that is tempting to me. But I cannot justify paying that much for it. You know, if he was like level 1, fair enough, but yeah, he's relic 1. That's way too far. And with these, the only one who I haven't got at relic 5 is I'm a Gundai, so that's just short of a tenner. Take one character up. Again, it's like Ozzy said. I'm gonna say I'm not the target audience, but yeah, it still feels a bit weird. We got Omega done yesterday here, so well, I say done as in 7 stars. So that's one little positive. Hunter was done the other day. So it's just Betcher and Wrecker that we're working on. I still find it strange how tall Wrecker is here. It's like he grew an extra couple inches from his other form. It's like if you pull up this one. I know it's perspective. Like, if I just leave the mouse here. I'm going to put my finger on my monitor so I know where I put the mouse. Yeah, that's where his head was before. So, he does look bigger. I don't know. Have I actually done anything with him? No. That'd have been an awkward farm. Okay, 36 out of 30. I'm hoping I'm in an okay position with these characters. I mean, Wrecker is way behind. You know, you're looking, even if Crosshair... What, Crosshair's 2 weeks away, I think? Crosshair could probably catch Wrecker up still. So, I know I've got a little bit to go there, but I'm looking... Batcher's nearly... he's 6-star. He's looking alright for probably when the raid comes out. Crosshair, I think, will be fine as well. And then I've only really got to deal with these two and the other clones that come in, so I do feel like I'm keeping up well, which is not something I've always been able to say. Okay, we got Forest Moon in 2 days. Okay. I feel like I'm not getting far here. Yeah, that doesn't feel great. Yeah, I need 3 more. Alright, so they're all in possession. Just signal data and then Balin's done. I don't really know what I'm doing next, that's the odd thing. I kind of want to work on Paz and IG-12 so I can get Bo-Katan unlocked. But I also know that getting Enoch worked on is important so that I can do higher tiers in Peridia Patrol. Such a funky one. Yeah, for anyone who hasn't got the Applejack bundle and obviously is willing to spend, I can say it's a great bit of value. Oh, sorry, just one add-in as well. I've just mentioned that about I've got these as relic things in my head. I've also got Zalbar, Lobot, and Ayla on my list for the same reason, but for TB. I said to take them up for that, and... Well, actually, I don't think Ayla was TB. I think that was just for the raid. But, no, I'm remembering. It was Zalbar and Lobot for TB, and it was Plo and Ayla for the raid. So, yeah. They're less of a priority in a weird way, but they're also a higher priority, because if I don't do it now, there's less value. But yeah, I mean, the Hyperdrive bundle, I think I did spend the full whack on it when it first came out. Well, not when it first came out, but, you know, when it was at that value. And I kind of wish I hadn't, but, you know, it was like, that was a very expensive purchase. But yeah, it's good value. Yeah, it's, they put a blog post out saying it's come back for $9.99. There we go. Let's get some of that. Oh, okay. Honestly, I've just seen that the person who did the preload, well, ignored the preloading in our guild. For some reason, they weren't on Discord. You know, normally if the people don't join don't join Discord, they get the boot anyway. But for whatever reason, we must have overlooked it with this one. But they have joined a chat room with one of the officers, but they haven't responded to the question of why did you ignore the preload. So yeah, I'm sensing a boot is going to arrive. I'm not normally bloodthirsty, but that was just ignorant. Alright, we did that. Circle? Yeah. Offense, potency, tenacity, speed, yeah. Dude, this is what I was talking about for Idiot Patrol. It's like, I'm missing out again. I can only get up to the Relic 1 tier. Okay. That was a little bit weird. Honestly, I tend to have a silent spurt. So I never really get to my the max in my inbox. Like, I don't know what my max is right now, if I'm being honest, but I don't really think I will get to the 500. I'll probably sold a few by then. Usually whenever I'm on, whenever I'm able to just sell a few. Let me just put this in here. New poll. And let's just adjust the timer to about 30 minutes. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what I'm doing here. Who was it? There we go. Yeah, I know what you mean about the R70, Max. I've done my GTP and Night Troops at R7, and that's all I really intend to do with them. I may go higher. I don't know though. Something tells me I could get more if I do invest in them, so it's like, do I bite the bullet, you know? But I'm content with them at 7 in the short term. Like on my free-to-play, I've got Quad May and the boys at 7. I want pushing to 8. I don't know if I'll do 9. I'm saying pushing to 8, by the way. Quad May's 8, so that's why I'm thinking the boys go up to 8. I mean, so far we've got 1 vote for doing Paz and IG. Getting BKM would be nice. I do think she's very flexible in what she can take down. Plus I'm holding Omicrons just for her. Alright, we're nearly done with the dailies at least, so we can get straight into GAC. Oh no, we don't want an accuracy mod. Not if we can help it. We'll go for that. Also, these current releases, they're really bugging me because they keep doing these, like, you need this Zeta kind of thing to do this thing. And it's like, I know that I'm going to be building PX2, Apo. I get that they're going to be a thing I'll be using. But when I'm also trying to hold Zetas and Omicrons for, like, BKM, it's irritating that they're saying, oh, by the way, do you mind just giving a Zeta to Apo so that we can do something in this Nightfall event? Oh, and CX2, he's handy having the Zeta so you can do this thing in a clone CG or GC. It's like, it's my choice to do it, but it still irritates me that it's kind of a thing. Like, alright, Zetas are helpful. Like, I haven't done any for the new Bad Batch because it's like, I'll get them, but when I invest in them, I'm gonna have to apply them. That's the thing. I mean, I feel like the clones are gonna need them before the new Bad Batch, at least in terms of priority order. Anyway, let's get to GAC. First round, we did get a win against Keithy. I don't think they did much. Oh, correction, sorry, they did. I'm getting the accounts mixed up. And I think the damage was on this wall. So let me just switch my camera. There we go. Of course, I block the scores when I'm doing this. Alright, so my cam's hiding 2 there on Bam, Hondo, Sana. We got 2 on CLS. And down here you can see it, Enoch got a hold as well. So, quite a nice set of drops. Front wall, no drops. Nothing on the rear. And nothing in fleet. So we did okay. So we're up against this one's a funny one, Kotetsu. That one really feels like it's a stain, right, JJ? Try and not trip up over this one. You know, because people think about me saying the name when they're creating the name. Alright. So, Dawn of the Far East, the Guild. Can't say I know that one. Japanese only. Probably why I've never heard of it. So, we're about the same GP, only 10k between us. Actually quite even in that regard, quite rare for me, so I'll take it. Zetas, 321 to their 311, nice. Omicron's 46 to 36, again, very nice. The one GL ahead of me, I'm guessing that's Lord Vader. Either that or they've also skipped Lord Vader and they've got Ahsoka. Ralix, we're 1 behind, 253 to 254. The breakdown. They've got 1 more R9. Yeah, I'll agree, it's looking close. They've got more R8s, I mean, fair play. I've got a lot more R7s though. They've got more R5s and 6s. Okay. Mod score on flooring them, great. 104 to 36, 308 to 203, 469 to 466. I'm happy with that. I did skim that, but I skimmed way too quick. That I'm not sure about. Nor that. I know you can go for a full health rate build, but I can't say I've seen that in a long time. Offense on Wampa seems redundant. No Afra or Raver. No Bo-Katan. I mean, I haven't got Bo-Katan, but I feel like I'm in a minority there. And to be honest, I've always felt like I was in a minority when I didn't have Raver, so again, that feels weird. Yeah, I'm probably the only one who's got a Wishy Maul like that. Interesting. Airstrail's pretty quick. Okay, I can understand all those being as fast as they're making out. Now, I did do a little bit of research before the round started. This is what we are planning, if it's the same. But if they've tweaked things, we'll adjust. I'm going to just widen this a bit because last round it did seem worthwhile. Let's do that. Alright, so I have made one change to my defense, and it's something that I touted at well, it was touted to me actually at the end of last week's stream. Last week's? Mondays even? Yeah, get my facts right. We've moved Queen Amidala to the front wall. So, one change. You can probably work out what I did if you add up the things missing on offense. So, what are we facing? Tuskens, Newt, the Great Mothers, Shakti, and Adrad. This is looking promising. That's all up. Alright, BD, maybe not the best ad to pop up on your website. We got Saw. We got... Okay, Lord Vader is interesting with the clones. And the Omicron. Okay, that has raised a red flag. There is Sana. There's Rey. And Qui-Gon. So no Finn or Dash. Okay. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, okay, this is good quality of life edition, BD. Yeah, give you a shout out, man. That was brilliant how you basically said, right, if you've got it down here, we'll suggest it up here. Yeah. Love seeing it. Especially as that's a 24-hour update. Yeah, Rally 5 might not be as terrifying. Still, it does require a little bit of a rethink. Leia was just chilling at the back. I think she's been moved up to the front. I'm not wrong in thinking Leia can do Lord Vader. We can then do... I can't think of what to do. These an option. Or Aphra. Yeah, I don't mind doing that, and then maybe use Jabba there and do Great Mothers there. That feels okay. Yeah. Still frightening though. But saying that, we can take the clones out early if I'm right. I don't think there's anything in the Omicron that really says... Well, actually, let's just check the Omicron rather than guessing it. So 100% max health, that is sad to see. All allies gain 50% offense, and the first time they fall below 50% health, they recover 100% health and gain 30% bonus protection. Okay. But surely this still keeps the vibe of the battle, because we can get Apo out now. Apo's only a problem when you're not using the GL, surely. At the start of the encounter, if the ally in the leader slot is Lord Vader and all other allies are Darkside clones, and there are no enemy Galactic Legend. Yeah, so we're going to take a Galactic Legend in. But yeah, I think Leia should have a bit of a chance. I suppose it's the Datacron that could be a problem. Yeah, that could be annoying. Wow, if you're trying to guarantee a two-shot, that's rough. I mean... Oh, hang on, wrong browser. Where was I going to use Seer? I was going to use Seer on Rey. I mean, I could afford to do it. Actually, yeah, I could afford to move Seer because I think I was just going to go with a rather... Oh, I've just seen that's Ezreal there. Wow, that's wild. I hadn't even noticed that before. Yeah, that is sneaky. I mean, it's pretty fast. I think we give it a shot with Leia. See how it goes, and then I think we've still got a little bit of wiggle room if it goes wrong. I say a little, I do mean a little. I'm going to use that as well. I don't really want to use this Kron in terms of nice on Cal, but I think we just sacrifice it so we've got the stats. Yeah, I think that is the big thing. If we can get Apo out, then maybe we can clean up with bounty hunters. Okay, let's pass that to Drogon. We've got Order 66. Fantastique. Wow. Yeah, just delete, please. Oh, wow, you... Wow. Yeah, R2's dead. And Drogon's dead, wow. Yeah, it's that that ability essentially to recover the max health that did it. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Yeah, I agree. This is going to be a bane for everyone for a while, I fear. Okay, so Leia's out of action. We're going to move Seer to Lord Vader. Jabba to Rey. I don't know if Jabba can comfortably do Rey, but we're going to give it a go. And that is a Sarnacron. I don't have TTMG available, do I? Didn't think so. Oh, for sure. I mean, I've got to deal with this problem of Lord Vader, they don't. Bad Batch just doesn't seem a good idea there. Maybe we move Malgus from the back. Do that. And then... I don't know. Iden can try CLS. Okay, we've shuffled a bit. Let's see how the UFOs get on. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get why it did nothing. It was, it did something, but because it did something, it also allowed Apo to heal. That's where it's crazy. You kind of need to get him hit and then hit him again. Yeah, so we gotta go for Lord Vader. No point playing around with the others. Yeah, put shield up. Let's just do that. We're only on 14 stacks, so we're just going to keep hitting Lord Vader. Let's raise the shields again. 88 stacks on Star Killer. Oof. Ooh, dear. I don't like it. Right, go on. We can hit Lil Vader at least. Again, let's just do that. And bring it down. Oh, okay. Good banners if it was a one-shot. Bad banners for a two, but hey, we're through. Okay. Because of that, we've now got to go for the roundabout route. I have never tried this, but with it being Ben and a Fulcrum, I'm like, maybe. Yeah, at least we got through it. That's the main thing. Alright, let's throw that on Ben. And yeah, let's just keep venting him his way. Quick check, no tenacity. I was just a touch concerned then that we might have a similar situation to Al-Qatan last week. Okay, so they should blow up soon. And let's just detonate what we got. There we go, damage immunity, cool. Keep the taunt up. Oop, okay. That's it, Chrysanthemum, stay strong. Let's make sure Fulcrum's not cleansing things. As far as I know, there's no reason that we can't keep still building our ult. There we go, damage immunity's kind of alright. Ooh, okay. Okay, that was not what we wanted. Okay, damage immunity. Let's just get protection up on Boosh. She needs it. Over there, over there. Okay. Just delete. Oh, instant defeat means he's shiitake. Okay. Damn it. I am gonna lose Boosh here. Yeah, can't blame that. Let me just throw them down. Does anyone know if this instant defeat immunity dies with Ben? I'm guessing not. Leia did not beat Lil Vader. No, we got our asses handed to us. We hit Apo. He looked like he was going to go down, and then he recovered 100% health, so that was fun. Yeah, still instant defeat. Yeah, I was pleased to see Malicos dead at least. You know what, I'm going to slam Rey just to try and get that damage on her and stun Ben. I feel like we've got to get Rey lower. That if we can hit Ben at the same time, they might both fall. Oof, that is not nice. Yeah, let's just keep going towards Rey. That's okay, that's okay. Try and tell yourself positive things. Ugh. Yeah, he's certainly not acting that way. That healing immunity is wrecking us a bit. Yeah, we're dead here. Surely. I think Ben could go under us in a second. There it is. Oh, that's irritating. That's a bad preload, but I kind of would rather a preload there. Yikes. I think we go Mon Mothma. I think they could clean this up. They are low enough, you know. Might not stay that way, but hopefully we can get them back in that position. Okay, so there's one. Two. Alright, crush fingers and toes, I guess, at this point. Daze. Okay, could be worse. Okay, probably too big a hit for what we needed at that point. Ugh. Bloody hell. Well, I'm big hitting Ray, aren't I? Really? Oh, okay, we're hanging in. Let's do that. And I do need to go over there. Okay. Let's just keep hitting Ray. Shiitake. I don't think we got enough here. So I've got to get Ben out and then... Ugh. Absolute wine. Okay. Of course. You know what? We're just going to do that. I know we've got no revive with Kyle, but might as well just send that. Go on, pass that to the trooper. And of course, this is just incredibly unlikely to go through now, but I'm going to just keep going in case we can swing it. Oh, we can't kill Ben because Ray's too healthy. Great. There's some puzzle boxes you just don't want to open. I don't think it's any better if I time it out. I might as well just, like, retreat. Wrong window. Try again. I wonder if we'd Bane it. I was going to use Bane on Tuskens. Maybe we can use something else. Or JML even. JML could finish the job, I guess. Ah, okay. Oops. Maybe do this. That way I've got JKR, Cal, and GMY maybe, or Mace. Okay, no surprises there. Let's just pass that to Oda. And pass that to Knight Luke. Let's do that. Freaking Jack in a box, isn't he? Oh, he's gonna get... Hello again. Bye-bye. Again. Oh. Just die. 26. Alright. I think it'd be safe to say this is where the Grand Arena's lost. Alright, let's get into a cleaner run of games at least. Let's try and improve. You know, with 2 accounts, we do want to actually do well on one of them. So, let's go for this. Alright, majority on that poll went for IG-12 BKM. That's interesting to see. It was where I was leaning. Just as far as finishing the job. Alright, 58. I'll fire there because I didn't realise we were going into an ad break. Keep going for the wrong browser. Yeah, another reason that was irritating, by the way. When you think about it. Hang on. Just realised my mic was a little bit low today. There we go. Another reason it was a little bit irritating, that is, if you think about it from the perspective of what we were doing at the start. It was, do we do Leia against Lord Vader and then save Seer for Rey? Or do we do Seer against Lord Vader and try and find another solution for Rey? So, it all comes down to that very first battle. I mean, I'm glad I did it the way I did it, because if we'd used Seer on Rey to begin with, and then like, oh, Leia will do Lord Vader fine, we wouldn't have had a counter. So, we did it the right way around, but it just shows that Lord Vader is a bit of an arse right now. If you haven't got a counter to him, you are stuck. Alright. Let's just start with that. Ability blocks, please. Go on, we'll just have that on Annie. Bit of healing immunity. Yeah, no. I don't think this guy thought about the fact that you won't really get the damage from Anakin doing it like this. I mean, it's a kook, but I don't think they thought the kook through. I probably overkilled that, but with Ezra there, I thought I won't disrespect it. On the flip side, I'm taking this and I'm thinking, I just hope this has got enough to it. It should do. I'm wondering if Sidious Kron could do it. They haven't got Sidious down anywhere, I don't think. I mean, I'll tell you what, considering how this Grand Arena's gone, I'm actually inclined to give that a go. Unless someone jumps in the meantime and says, hang on, this doesn't work. The level 6 on Sidious, let's have a double check. I think it's a good one. Whether it's the best one, I don't know. There we go. Just checking I haven't blocked out. So 10% offense stacking. Oh, on Sana, my bad. On that's 100% evasion if they're debuffed. Maybe not. Not that we applied debuffs naturally, is it? Ooh, well. Yeah, it sounds about it. Sounds about right, Bolter. Yeah, well, let's play it quote-unquote safe. Okay, might as well go for Chewy. Oh, or not. Okay, Marauder down. I hadn't got anything in here that could land a hit. By the looks of it, except for Melx's basic. I also thought there were more debuffs in the team, but when you think about it, I'm an absolute idiot. I could have sworn Melx's special put doubt without the damage. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was conditional that you had to land the hit. Well, I've got like a video scribe did recently ringing in my ear now. Okay, it'd be safe to say Tammy's GAC's gone absolutely to hell. Yeah, Malik in here would work for the simple fact that he's going to apply fear. Whereas I haven't got a fear mechanic here. Yeah, I'm going back out. I'll be wasting 3 minutes trying this. Let's use C. Got it. I'm sure there will be something that can beat that, like Treya for argument's sake. I can't believe how badly I've messed up here. Treya, yeah, fair enough. Whoops. Yeah, we haven't got Bold Mandy here. Nas, I think I'd penciled him for something. Yeah, the nuke team. The damage here is actually very frightening. I almost want to stall just a little bit to try and recover some protection before I go ulting. I mean, fingers crossed I can now survive a hit or two. There we go. Ooh, 36. I mean, I've got to hope they screw up as much as I have, but I think I've left myself too much to do here. Batwall. Finn. Mon. General Syndulla. Dash. Iden. Alright, so one of them teams is there. Okay. Well, Iden can do that Mon Mothma. I'm fairly certain of that. I mean, it's going to remove Termite, she's going game, but a lot of what Iden should be doing is counterattacking, so I wouldn't have thought that'd be too much of an issue. Then I would have thought we could use Afro. Sidious on General Syndulla, and then kind of torn between doing. I can't really use Balin. Can Balin's attacks be evaded? Oh, it's not even Balin, but his team. Which can't be evaded or resisted, so there is something there. I need Malik with Revan and Bastila for the Great Mother's counter. My Wampa's Rally 3, so I'm not chancing that bolter, but I will agree a good Wampa could. Let's see this. Yeah, it feels a bit like that, I'll be honest, Don. Let's just give him a good what for, and do that. Sweet. Nice for Balin to get his first win. Okay. I do think we do Iden. Imps, Iden. Dark? Yeah. I mean, she's fairly chunky herself, so I'm hoping that's enough. Yeah, it's, again, it's only the relic levels I have doubts on Wampa. Iden should be a 100% as well. It's just less risk in terms of relic levels playing a part. Oh. That should dispel and then kill. Yeah. Yeah, I never had a doubt that would win, and I know that Wampa's 59 compared to 57, but again, I don't trust my Wampa. It's one of those where I feel like I have to just trust my own knowledge of my roster a little bit. Let's do it. Was that the Mon Mothma, or are we looking at this now? Oh, okay. I mean, Ness, I think she's on defense. I might be mistaken, but I think I put her on defense. Oof. Yeah, I had to take that. Alright, 54, not great banners, but... yeah. After the mess of some of the other battles, I'm not overly concerned. Let's get this in. I was gonna say it'd be nice to take a turn. Alright, 59. Then let's see. Scoundrels. 1, 2, 3. I almost don't want to use the Crom, but I don't think there's any other benefit to it, is there? Maybe that level 10, level 12 could be handy elsewhere. What teams have I penciled in? Yeah, again, my mole's just so cruddy. There's a bit of a theme. Oh, hang on, I've lost Malgus. Maybe the Great Mother's there? Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to the Cron. I don't think I need it to beat this. Could be wrong. Yeah, my mole is Rallet 1, and I've not really modded him properly for a while because of it, so I wouldn't really want to rely on him winning me the Grand... well, I say winning me the Grand Arena, or at least saving the face of this Grand Arena. He needs a bit of love, but I've just not had the time to work on him. You know what? Screw it. I said I was going to do Great Mothers there, and I do like the team, but literally now this round's gone, I'm doing this instead. Let's just check a crit chance, make sure I've modded it properly. 103, right. Let's go. Cool. Oh, what level am I in? I mean Kaiba? I'm in Kaiba 2 on both of my accounts. Sorry, level, I got like like other video game levels in my mind, like, oh yeah, I'm on Coruscant level. I don't care. 53, I don't care. I had modicum of fun with it. Alright. Stiff trio. Ooh. So, a bit of eco, a bit of tick, a bit of shit. We can increase cooldowns. We can isolate. I don't mind her acting like a fake tank for them. I won't get to her anyway. Yeah, just yeet and delete. Suck, suck, suck. Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, just to add on to that, I am in Kaiba 2 on both my accounts. End of last season, I was on the verge of Kaiba 1, and I just had 2 rounds that costed me. But, I'm not really complaining. I didn't really want to make the jump up, so it was almost a relief, but equally, when you're close, you don't want to lose it. Like, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, do you? I've had Bastila targeted a few times with that now. Not enjoying it. Okay, he went for Matlock. Oof. Oof. Go on, shock him. Oof. God, I'm not liking that. Yeah, death mark, fear, just keep him quiet. Oof. Okay, yeah, do that. I need another hit. There we go, death mark. Ooh, bad timing though. Suck. That could have gone better. Ooh. Realised I haven't seen this counter in a while. Or this team in a while, I should say. The one I used to love, which I can't do because I haven't got the tunes, was Brew Kylo and I think First Order Officer. But yeah, we'll play it safe with the Gungans. Yeah, just get some stuns if we can. We got one. With Tarpals here, I feel like we could get some good permanent kills, so I'm not too worried about Newton Django. I want to make sure this B1's down. So what do? I make sure that Newt is marked. Oh, he's down. Oh. Boombadeer in it. Oh well, never mind, we can kill him. I need to remember the uniques. Got the right idea, just not necessarily the right Gungan. That is plasma shielding into, yeah, we're nearly down. Yeah, shield down. Alright, you know what? Let's just pass that. Let's do that for banners, and bye-bye. Alright, 57, but it could have gone a lot cleaner. Alright, last one. Ah, a bit of Bane. And we have got that Afrocron that I decided not to use, so let's just fly it. Alright, 2 down. Alright, what ships we got face? Negotiator, Malevolence, Chimera. Alright, that's an easy one here. generally become my mini game of late. What am I going to do about about profundity? If I see Leviathan or Negotiator, I'm very happy. If I see Radus, I'm okay. Anything else, I'm like, what do we use it on? Okay, so to try to protect Anakin, of course. Flyby gets us to 50. Basic gets Annie out. Alright, knock that out. Pass that to Outrider. That should get us the 100%. Gotta wait our turn. Alright, I can't say I'm a fan of that. You know, we're just gonna take back-to-back turns. Why not? Come on, knock it out. And final hit, there we go. 77. Cool. We're going to do Radus. I'm actually going to put another Scoundrel in because last time it did go wrong. If it goes right, it goes very nicely right. If it goes wrong, then you're kind of stuck there with, as we found out last time, Resistance X-Wing just sort of carrying the flag with no support. Okay, let's just base it. And again. Okay, comeuppance. Let's do that. And AoE. Nearly. Same as last time, a Geo just got away. Need to do some better exterminating on Geonosis. Let's pop that there, just see if we can protect Poe a bit. Even though right now I'd argue raising the air firing line. See, with it being Spy, I know it's going to go into stealth, so I'm kind of wanting to get rid of the Vulture. Maybe a big hit will do it. Nope. Oh, we can send the ship away though. Alright, that's fine. Not great banners, 69, but it's done. And then Levy. I'm not sure if this is the best idea I've had or the worst. But I'm thinking it used to be an offense tactic. Surely it's not that great on defense. All right, let's pop that there. Let's just send that in on Vader. There we go, that's tire bounced out. Vader ability blocked. Let's basic. Alright, Fire Defender down. Alright. Okay, so there's an advert running on Twitch right now, and it's got 55 seconds left. I'm just going to heal up a minute. But from here, I'm just going to hold. My thoughts are, I want to see what the final score is with everyone watching. So, I don't think I've got a way of recovering that protection as well. That's a bit of a bummer. I was hoping we could recover more with... I'm saying that. Art of War, the Chimera ability, doesn't do protection, I don't think. Bit of a shame. I can't think of anything else that's going our way in that regard. Okay. Yeah, it's not perfect banners, but I still think it was interesting in not bringing reinforcements. 75. 2007, though. I mean, still don't think that's a winning score based on someone who's knows what they're doing. But still, considering the absolute shambles I had on that front wall, I actually think that wasn't bad. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I was expecting like 19 something, you know, like some really shoddy score, so I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, let's get to Crimson. Like I said earlier, I feel like things are not working for me today. Awkward time with that ad as well. I was like, if I'd have seen it was coming, I would have just held off for that last battle or snoozed it or something, but oh well. Okay, so I don't know where our opponent is yet. Well, saying that I do, but I haven't actually remembered the name. Let's see if we can find it. Darth James. You know, this one actually did catch my eye because that guild name, it really caught my attention. 501st Unleashed. I'm sure I've seen that guild somewhere. Like, there's someone prominent there. It could be Bane. Maybe it's just a name I picked up. I'm not confident on this count. I do feel the need to say that. I feel like this is another really tough round I've got. But on the flip side of that, Darth James is on the lower end of their guild. Plus they're in Kaiba 2 with me. So you look at things like that and go, maybe there's a chance that they're not that... I mean, it says here, competitive TW. So it's like, maybe he's more focused on TW than GAC. But anyway, if we look at the stats... 11.3 million my account, 12.6 theirs. Zeta's 294 to 357. Omicron's 38 to 33, so that does lean into that idea that they maybe do focus more on TW. GL's 6 to 9. Ralix 187 to 255. Breaking them down. 4 to 11 on the 9s. 15 to 22 on the 8s. 84 to 80 on the 7s. And 59 to 113 on the 5s. Mod score, I'm behind. 25s are 55 to 128. 20s are 214 to 366. And 15s are 377 to 652. So yeah, this is a tough one. Although that looks a bit questionable with 2 GLs. Anything else that's a bit iffy? Offense modding on Savage, I would put in that bracket. Ray on the back wall is definitely something that can have that impact. Just following up here, a Rex with 2 health sets. That's odd. Plus at 275. Did they forget mod it? No, they've just gone health, potency. Okay. Yeah, some of these modding choices are questionable. At least from where I am. That is a scary fast Embo, 332 speed. And that is a lightning fast step. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would wager that that is the fastest step in the game. Or if not one of. Filters. Characters. Stop. Where are you? There we are. And mod speed. The fastest is 297. I mean, that's crazy to me, but yeah, Darth James, this 25th fastest stat. Ooh. Okay. Everything else is kind of whatever. But yeah, very interesting. The south wall is worth more than the north wall, so not a guarantee. If they can clear your south, it will mean more points for them. It's why, if you look at my defenses, I will tend to place my GL south over north. I'd rather lead them that way. Oh, I never said, by the way, I did win the last round here. Although I don't think they did too much. Alex. Yeah, they just took a swing at 2 of my walls. They took down my Lord Vader. They hit Queen Amidala but didn't beat it. They did take down Rey. Alright, let's see what Darth James has left for us. Oh, that's a fair point. Another level that could be a possibility. I did forget to take the zone changes into account. Didn't you say you were in Chromium, Brad? Alright, so that's what we're expecting. So, North Wall. We got the Great Mothers, Darth Revan. I've put Malgus there, that might need changing actually. We got Queen Amidala, Rey, and Dash. Okay, I'm glad I went for the Slacker Rey option. I think we may need to rethink that though. I did forget about Zaalbar Army when I did that, to be fair. Alright, this wall. We got Jabba. I'm assuming they're using that Datacron. The annoying one. Leia. Ahsoka. Malgus. And Lord Vader, but it's with Thrawn and Maul. Okay. So I do need to tweet that. Again, it all depends on the actual points on the on offer, essentially, because we can't. I don't know what a Chromium Fleet Zone's worth, for instance. I mean, you might benefit from using this website, to be honest. You know, if you put in Swagger for Life. Hang on, let me just type it for you. I think I've typed that right, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, if you pop on that, then you can change your league. So you can go in for Chromium, make sure it's 3v3, and, you know, essentially you can just put your own, what you've done in, and if you go right to here, it'll give you an idea what the target score is. So you'll be able to see kind of what your options are. It won't necessarily tell you what they're doing, but it gives you a better idea of what scores you're looking at. That Malgus is Bastila and Malak. Also, is that the thermal detonatron? Yeah. Right. That could cause problems. Yeah, let's make sure mission and... Well, if mission's in there, Zaalbar's in there. So let's just see what our options are. Can we exclude Gials? Yeah. Yeah, I can't afford Malgus and Malak. Sorry, Bastila and Malak. Yeah, I wouldn't... 55% win rate, that is not nice. That is highly unlikely. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to shift something around for that. Was I wasting a GL anywhere? I think C's going to have to move to deal with that. But then maybe we can do something with this. I wonder if the Malgus has got a Darkside Revive. It does, damn. Yeah, let's add the units in and let's make sure Bastila is there. And Malik. And again, let's remove GLs. Now that is intriguing, Seer. Because if I could move Seer from there, that seems a fair trade. Maybe... Wampa, yeah? Yeah, maybe we give Wampa a crack at it if we see it. Alright, we have got a semblance of a plan, but a lot of this depends on the fact that we can take out Jabba with Night Sisters. Every time I feel like I'm doing this wrong. It doesn't help with this Kron set at the moment. I mean, that is just such a frustrating one to be facing. Yeah, I think I'll just throw that down. It's got a bit of crit damage. Okay, let's give it a go. Of course, they go for Marin, because that's the one I don't want them to be going for. That's fine. Again, that is fine as we see it. Okay, so auto base it. I think I've just managed to look my way into a winning position. I think. That 2 meter on Jabba is scary though. Fingers crossed, Mol. 62. Nice to see. Alright. Feeling a little bit better after that one. Let's go for JML. Yeah, let's take the power couple in. I was debating should I save Cal for something, but it's like, what? Let's basic and armor shred Vader. Make the next bit a touch easier, I guess. Cal? Okay, we'll do that. Okay, we can now actually hit Maul. None that I'm aware of. He's always been a supporting piece rather than a leader in his own right. I mean, can use him as a leader, but it's very niche. Yeah, the weird thing is I always mod him as a leader. I think it's that idea that I'd rather be able to have it and not use it than not have it when I need it. Alright, 54. Not nice banners, but we've got through. Alright, let's go to the next one. Is it these two? It's spam, right. Anyone want to contradict that? Alright. Hopefully this will do alright. Okay, here's Mol. Let's do that. She's going to turn to Ahsoka the White, fair enough. Just go for Huyang, I guess. Okay. Let's pop that on IG. Oof. Yeah, let's just keep that on there. I mean, we can dispel it. Ooh, okay. Okay, and then we've got 16 birds to pump into Huyang. There we go. Now I'm feeling better. It's easy to understand why Ezra's the win condition for Ahsoka in this battle, because if you can't mass assist on Ezra, you're kind of stuffed. Not to mention the healing and all that kind of stuff. I'm amazed more people aren't pairing Ezra with Ahsoka, even if Rey Ezra is filthy. This just feels like a very low-end counter for what it could be. Yeah, I'm completely with that. I mean, I think if you were to put it on offense, it would take down pretty much everything. So it's not like it's a bad choice having it on offense. Just you're in control then. You know, you're not having to rely on the AI playing smart for you. Alright, Sith. Oh, not you. Wrong Sith. Who did I pick yesterday? I don't know if it was Set, but I'll put Set in here. Yeah, I'm doubting that already. I'm thinking, do we want Set really? Maybe Vader? I'm just thinking, like, we can at least get an ability block there. It's to Galactic Republic. No, just Jedi. Fair play. I can't see another place I'd be using Vader, so I might as well just use it. Alright, suck. Pop them all out. We'll do that on Leia. Then smashy, smashy, stabby, stabby. Face it. Oh, you sneaky bugger. Well. Bye-bye, R2. We'll do that on Leia. We can't actually damage Drogon, sadly. Ooh, okay. Leia's looking squishy. Foresight's a bomber, though. Ooh. I think that's killed my round. Yeah, I genuinely think that's killed my round. That is so irritating. She was just so close and the foresight saved her. I feel like I need to see if I've got something that I've forgotten about. Raver, maybe? I'm talking about Raver up there. Raver wouldn't do that, but... Yikes. It's a bad one. I've got a Nest Cron. The question is there anywhere I can use it to good effect? I'm wondering if it could maybe do something there. I still wouldn't feel good trying to see against Leia, but... desperate times. Oh, hang on, wrong button. Got these two in. What if on offense? Or an attacking unit even. What about Ness? No. Okay. 0% win rate. Black Atalaya, Seer, Ray, and Sita Malgus. The Darth Revan conundrum then. I've got Qui-Gon there, but I'm pretty sure he's on defense. Yeah, he's on defense. I need to remove him from that list. Maybe I can afford to mirror more. Let me have a look at the Dash team again. Vandor. Oh, they haven't got the level 6. I don't really know how I can maximize that, but that does feel like a pro. Definitely doesn't need Raver. Right, so make those adjustments. I wonder if Sidious could do it. It's a weird one because I can understand why it wouldn't. But it isn't that level 6. You can land the hits. That might be the way. Let's just leave Leia a minute. Let's just see if we can make these work. I mean, I could be wasting the Chronia. Let's just double check it. Just in case you didn't hear me, Mol, it isn't that level 6. I mean, the only issue I've got with DTMG, I haven't built him properly, so he's only Relic 1. My Scout's only Gear 9, is that? Yeah, I just feel like I've got to go for something different, so I don't know if Sid is capable. I'm trying to just think what could go wrong. He's immune to daze and stun, so Dash can't do what he normally does from the off. And he would dispel him anyway. But all that, so he's not just going to get nuked straight away. Can it be revived? Maybe, but we can still take Vandor out. Let's give it a go. It was the retaliate one. There we go, Vandor's down. 59. That was actually pretty cool. Okay, so it's looking up a little bit. It could still go downhill pretty fast with Seer, so I feel like we need to get that out of the way. I mean, that's not a problem. We won't really be dealing with that. You know, it's not that we gotta outspeed it. I mean, that's a lot of armor pan. Bit of a shame to use the Nestcron, but I don't think it's a bad trade-off. Plus, it's only a 3 Ezra, 5 Ben. You would like to think that's a good trade. I mean, that's not bad. Let's just hit. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to kill him, but I'll certainly take it. Armor pen. Wonderful. Right, nothing is screaming out to me that this is hindered by this. Oh. How did... Oh, they've gone for missions, not Zalbars. Oh. So this is even easier than I thought. I would have thought. Okay, I say that and then I've died. That feels awkward. Okay, we lost, but it's a clean-up. Genuinely, I thought it was the Zalbar Cron where mission would come back. So, whoops. Good to know that Raver can't handle that, though. Let's just chuck these at it. That's fine. Alright, so we'll use 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's perfect. As much as I don't like the idea of Malak, you know, suddenly being reduced to 1 HP, I'd like to think that the 3 of them have got a good chance of keeping him alive versus Bastila or Raven. You know, with being a tank. Cool. Let's just smash her. Right, 57 again. Cool. Queenie. I feel like I've gone right as far as taking on this North Wall when I have, because I wasn't entirely sure if I could beat it. So it's just given me that little bit of assurance that, alright, if we throw Slacker at Leia, this isn't a wall we got to deal with. I'm saying this before I've beaten Queenie, which is maybe a little bit premature. Just need Savage to keep being the good tank he can be. How goes next? There we go. Isolate? Suck. Oh, whoa. Bad timing. Alright, 57. All good. Yeah, definitely could have done better on the Darth Revan, but we got through it alright in the end. So now it's stay on that and slacker on this. And we just hope there's nothing bigger we've got to face. Alright, we'll pass and we'll wipe, I guess. Let's just light them up. Basic again, why not? Might as well go in on it. Yeah, I don't like stealth. Unless it's on my side. Okay, that's fine. Pass that turn and ult. Alright, Hooks goes down. Hooks goes down. We all go down. I'd sing the next line, but... yeah, it's very much a Stoke song from that point. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I thought, can we get Hooks back? But no. And have we got Watt somewhere? There he is. Uno. Caruso. Yeah, it gets a bit awkward because Watt's going to keep wanting to cleanse that doubt. I don't mind doing this. Come on, nasty bastard, you haven't got it in you. The ship has sunk. You will bow to unlimited power. Alright, 55. What horrors are awaiting us? Thana. Gungans. Thor. Thana. Qui-Gon. Trench. Gungans. Thor. Qui-Gon. Trench. Yeah, one change. Sana's a bit of a funky one for it. I couldn't tell you instinctively what I want to do with that. We have still got Malgus, I think. Maybe we could do Malgus. In the meantime, let's just rock a Wampa battle. Ouch. Okay, let's not rock a Wampa battle. That was just rude. Okay, let's use that. Ooh, okay. I was going to say that was a naughty mix. I think we take the... I think we just take the gamble right now as far as profit, because it can't spread easily. Right, now we don't want too much extortion, so let's just get rid of some of it. Yeah, I'm happy just passing up. $36, that's okay. Alright, Gungans. I mean, my Fennec is really small, but considering its dad body does the heavy lifting here, I'm hoping we're fine. And I'm hoping it's just a case of hammer down the shield. Although, I think I'm wrong. At least based on that that Jango Boba Fett attack, as if to say, yeah, just hit me, bro. Okay. Ugh, okay. I mean, we've got Bounty Hunter's Resolve, but it feels a little bit sketchy right now. Okay. Alright, we got it back. Alright, I didn't know how this battle went, I'll be honest, so this has actually been a learning curve. Ooh, I said I was going to do Starkiller there. I can't do that now. It's not like the best prawn, but it's still decent. 319. Yeah, that's going to be a fair chunk of turn meter for him, isn't it? I just don't think this is enough, but kind of need to give something like it a go. Alright, I figure let's swap a turn with Yoda, deal those buffs, and spread them. And let's just mark down Saul. Yeah, we can't do anything there, so just steal the buffs. Alright. Yeah, we're deaded. Where I really need that Bulbacron here. What options have I got? I mean, I can do EP Mara, but the only thing I've got really is Thrawn. Maybe DTMG? I mean, this feels like massive cope. Hail, Brad. Not bad, man, not bad. Yeah, this dude's not dying, is he? I think we're about to die. Or one of us has. Alright, that isn't bad. It kind of muted whatever DTMG was doing. What Saul, sorry. The annoying thing is, though, this trooper guy is just going to come back. But even if I get him out, even though he's taking a really long time to go, he will be back. I swear I've got no damage. Also, that was horrendous timing. Right, we got another armor shred at last. Okay, so we lose OG, surely. Hopefully we get another chance at a revive. Man, oh man, oh man. 1 minute 50, I've barely done anything. Alright, I'm calling it. We can't go through that loop again. I'm not very hopeful here. Oh, wow, we even lost the leader. I mean, 3 stacks is still kind of decent for Dark Trooper. Yeah, we needed that to be a kill shot then. I mean, I know I need Malgus on Sana. I'm not even convinced I can take it out, but I'm thinking if it's going to do something, it's going to be here, surely. Or if I just fallen into the same trap twice, I have. How the freaking hell have I fallen for the same trick twice? Oh. Alright, I think that's just a sign that my round's over. You know, if I'm falling for the same trick twice, then I shouldn't even be trying to do this. Man, oh man. I can't believe I did that. Hey up, Ada, how you doing? I'm being bullied, but not by small children. How you doing? Let's do that. Yeah, I'm doing alright, I'm doing alright. I've seen you posting your snap screenshots. Been having a good day on it. Thinking is better than not knowing. Ooh. Ooh. don't mean make that much noise at this time of night, but... Alright. I'm gonna have to just leave the screen a second. Right, well, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to call this as a reason to call the stream, because I know that I've got the fleet wall open, but I can't clear these two teams. And because of that, I kind of feel like this round's over anyway. So I'm just going to use this as an excuse to call the stream. So, yeah, a little bit of a weird note to end on, but I just don't think we've got it in us. So I'm just shutting all this down just so I'm ready. Let's launch a raid. Where are we going? I don't actually know who's online. Usually Calvin at this time. Hey, Death Elm. Just funny timing, I'm just going off myself. Thank you for the raid, though. Let's see. Let's raid into Trevor Boy, why not? Alright, folks. Yeah, I'm going to say I'll be back now on Monday, so hopefully I'll see you then. And until then, have a good weekend. I will catch you around. Bye for now, everyone.